We are in the middle of the biggest energy shift in 100 years. Seriously, clean power is getting cheaper and more plentiful every single day. But, and there's always a but, right? There's a huge catch we have to solve if we really want to unlock a renewable future.
I mean, just look at this graph. Solar power isn't just growing, it is absolutely exploding. We've gone from basically zero solar back in 2007 to over 1,500 terawatt hours. That's a mind-boggling amount of growth in just over 15 years. It's a revolution happening in real time, and the best part is, it gets cheaper every year.
And that's the catch, isn't it? Solar panels are amazing when the sun is out, but we all still need to turn on the lights, watch TV, and charge our phones at night. So what do we do then?
This gets us to the absolute core challenge with renewables. The fancy word for it is intermittency. But all that really means is that the sun doesn't always shine and the wind doesn't always blow. And this, believe it or not, creates a surprisingly big problem for our entire power grid.
Okay, I want you to meet the duck curve. It's got a funny name, I know, but it is a massive headache for the people who manage our electricity. See that big dip in the middle, the duck's belly? That's midday, when solar panels are just flooding the grid with tons of cheap, clean electricity. But then, look what happens when the sun goes down. That power just vanishes, right when everyone gets home from work and starts using a ton of electricity. That super steep part, the duck's neck, is the real problem. It means other power plants have to fire up like crazy, super fast, just to keep the lights on.
So, how in the world do we fix this huge mismatch between when we make power and when we need it? Well, the answer is a technology that's basically the perfect partner for renewables.
The solution is energy storage. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a giant power bank for your phone, but scaled up to work for the entire grid. It's the key that makes clean energy available whenever we need it, not just when nature feels like cooperating.
And when we say storage, it's not just one thing, it's really a whole team of different solutions. From ideas that are surprisingly simple to some really cutting-edge tech, all working together to make our grid more stable.
First up, you've got pumped hydro. This is basically a giant natural water battery. It's so clever. When you have lots of extra, cheap power, you use it to pump water from a low reservoir to a high one. Then, when you need that power back, you just let the water flow back down through a turbine. Simple, right? But it's incredibly effective.
Then you've got the real heavy hitters, utility-scale batteries. We're talking about huge battery farms, sometimes sitting right next to a solar or wind farm. They can store just enormous amounts of energy and, this is crucial, they can release it in a split second to keep the grid perfectly balanced.
And this isn't just about giant power plants out in the desert. Storage is coming right to your house. You can have a battery pack on your wall storing power from your rooftop solar panels to use at night. Or, and this is a real game changer, think about your electric car. The battery in an electric truck is so big, it can literally act as a backup generator for your entire house.
So all this tech is really cool, for sure. But what does it actually mean for you, like in your day-to-day life?
All it means we can finally tame that duck curve. Storage systems act like a giant sponge. They soak up all that extra solar power in the middle of the day, then they get wrung out in the evening when we all need it. What you get is a smooth, reliable 24/7 flow of clean energy.
And here's what that actually looks like. Get this. A single electric truck, like a Ford F-150 Lightning, has enough energy in its battery to power a typical American home for up to 3 days during a blackout. That's not just a cool feature, that's genuine security. That's the power of storage, sitting right in your driveway.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, please make it this right here. Storage is the missing piece of the puzzle. It's the technology that turns renewables like solar and wind from part-time players into reliable, around-the-clock power sources. It's what makes a 100% clean energy grid not just some far-off dream, but a real achievable goal.
Want to understand more about how our crazy energy world works? Well, you know what to do. Subscribe to Energy Simply Explained for more clear, simple explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.